Welcome back to Ninetail Hobbies, and in this one, we're going to do a good old-fashioned dollar store challenge. Now, my dollar store, unfortunately, didn't have a wide variety of things, but had, some inspirational content. So, I thought I would work on making my own Transformer. I don't know if it's going to be a Autobot, a Decepticon, or, as you will see, I'm going to be working on some Traders Galaxy stuff, one of the factions from that. So first off, let's get some of this stuff into parts. These cars, I don't want to just chop these up and then stick them back together and make something. They didn't have cars, unfortunately, that were this scale, but I think this truck would work pretty well because it's about the same width as Soundwave. So I think we can use this for the torso and some other fun things. So I think this is going to be our main inspiration. So we're going to put all these cars to the side, and then we're going to get all of our bots, and we're going to chop them into some bits. There we go. Now we're gonna kind of mix and match and move things around and chop this boy up too. And now that we've got everything clipped, I'm going to start cutting this up and seeing what I can get to mix with all the bits. Okay, so I didn't show the whole chopping and decision process because that would have been super boring for everybody. Did use parts from every single model that I bought, and that was kind of cool. So we got Optimus Prime's head, Soundwave's upper arms, Bumblebee's lower arms, Megatron's hips, Bumblebee's upper legs, and Starscream's feet and lower legs. And then I used all the parts off of the truck. I used the bed for the bottom part of the legs. This is the cab, which I ended up splitting the windshield and the hood. I'm going to make it into a V because it stretched the torso too long and made it look weird. And then I'm going to attach the wheels. I'm actually going to use this to help pin it to everything, although this stuff drinks up super glue like nobody's business. It's awesome. And then we're going to add the wheels onto there, and then we're going to green stuff everything once it's all assembled, and then we'll start the paint. Go. A little bot. Got weapons being 3D printed as we speak. And now onto the green stuff. We've let our green stuff cure for just a bit, so it's got some stiffness, about 15 minutes. And then just going to shove it into the gaps and try to get this looking like one cohesive piece. So I did this dollar store challenge with a couple other YouTubers, and I would love for you to go check them out. Their links are down in the description below. We've got Realm of the Lich King, Johnos Minis, and GDS Miniatures. Brilliant projects. They did a great job, so go check them out and see what they did. I came in with my airbrush and I did a basic zenithal, something you could easily do with a brush, as slap chop has been very popular recently. And I laid down most of the base coat with the airbrush as well. This was just practice for myself to try to get better, but I came in with a brush, got all the gray parts after I'd gotten the blue done, I wanted to keep the color scheme really, really simple. Didn't want to overcomplicate it. In retrospect, it does look a little sound wave-ish, but that's fine. And then I practiced my oils. This was a very, basic open shape, so I thought it was a good place to do it. And as you can see, this blue is only slightly lighter than what I used originally, and you can't see a huge difference while I'm working on the gray, which I just highlighted with straight white. But I'm going to do a very simple step next that you're going to see that will make you fall in love with oils. I come in with a straight white where that blue is, and since it's oils, it's still wet. So I just put the highlights in where I want, come in with a completely dry brush and just dab at it and smooth out the transitions, and it blends straight on the model and gives me the light blue highlight that I want. Took minutes instead of hours like it would with acrylics. And then he had this big open glass chess piece, and I couldn't help but feel a little bit 80s nostalgia. So I gave a wide horizon, mountain reflection on it, again using oils, just blending straight on the model. And just came in and did my edge highlights. This I also used oils on, like I said, just because I'm trying to get into the practice of getting the finer details, like the larger stuff I'm getting down pretty good, but the real practice things are a little bit more difficult. So I went and printed off a 40 mil base for this thing. I just didn't like the 32 that was on, and I'm going to use the same method to make a road base as I did for the road tiles. I'll put the link up here. I did get my order of operations out a little bit. I meant to dry brush it before I put the lines on, but that's okay. We'll just avoid the lines and it'll work just fine. When I do dry brushing now, I don't use a paper towel. I just use the lid of my wet palette or something that's not porous. So that way it doesn't take the medium out and you don't get as chalky of a look, which doesn't really matter on roads, but I just find that it looks better overall. It doesn't have that real dusty dry. It's not obviously dry brushed. So I came in, pinned it on the base, and that's that. So I hope everyone enjoyed this, maybe got a little bit of inspiration. And again, go check out the other creators down in the description below, and I'll catch you on the next one.